everybody. It's always, you know what? I love coming in. I'm usually listening to music and before the show starts, just to kind of get me a little amped up and, do a little dancing with spirit and all that kind of stuff. So when you see me coming in or hear me coming in, I've just been rocking out to something really, really cool. So that's the deal, and I'm usually laughing about it too. They always say, dance like nobody's watching. I'm so glad my neighbors can't see me, or else they'd really think I'm crazy. But I am a little bit crazy. I think we all are, in order to be here at all. Anyway, welcome to Walking the Way with Picasso. I am Picasso, and I'm going to be your medium, your psychic, your whatever you want me to be for the next little while. Anyway, so today is a happy day, and today is kind of a little bit of a sad day as well. Here's the thing, Mercury is in retrograde, and I'm not quite sure. Things get really messed up when that happens. Things do get messed up when that happens. Hey, producer Dave, can you hear me? Shoot. Okay. Gosh, everything's frozen, so I can't see a blip. I can't tell what's what. So as long as I can see. Okay, perfect. All right, thanks for giving me the heads up. Anyway, okay, so today is my last day on A1R Psychic Radio, Walking the Way with Picasso. You never know when I'm going to pop up again, though. So just changing financial lanes for a minute, for a blip. Like everybody else, I've got a few challenges going on in the midst of moving down to Melbourne, Florida, where we just had that awesome Spirit Fest event. That is just a really great area. Everybody showed up. There were just tons of people both days. So it was super, super cool. Anyway, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I just wanted to give you the heads up. So when you don't see me next week, you know why. But you can always come over and see me on mediumshipbypicasso.com. And, there I'm unfrozen now. You can also catch me on Facebook, Mediumship by Picasso, and then I'm getting ready to start doing live stuff on, or recorded stuff on YouTube. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Whenever you're ready, I'm just going to talk a little bit about, I want people to know before we go into the readings, because I won't be here next week and all, there are a few things that are my go-tos as a psychic medium, and as I've learned throughout the years, we all have our little favies, our little tools that we reach out and grab onto, and books are mine. I love books. I love looking at the histories of the people and the writings of the people and the spirit mediums, psychic mediums that came, so far before me. And as I'm learning, I hang on to those books. One of my absolute favorites, because I'm very connected to animals, is Animals Speak by Ted Andrews. So if you're listening and you got a pen and paper, kind of take note on some of these books that I'm talking about, because they are super helpful. The first one is called Animals Speak by Ted Andrews. That book rocks. Anytime an animal shows up, like really kind of in my face, a snake crosses my path, or an owl sits on my, outside of my patio, or whatever it is that crosses my path, I look it up, because there's always meaning behind that. And then the other book is Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. Bless her heart, Louise, she was such a wonderful, wonderful woman and speaker and psychic medium in her own right. A healer. She did so many things. So, always go back to that one. She created a book that would show you the dis-ease in the body, and then the mental emotional connection to that dis-ease, and then a mantra that would go along to help you heal that dis-ease in the body. So that was written, I think, probably back in the 80s. So I'm really kind of dating myself here, but it's a phenomenal go-to book. It still makes sense today. So that, and then Angel Numbers. I love Angel Numbers by Doreen Virtue. And then anything by Lisa Williams, specifically Survivor of the Soul and Divine Wisdom are two of my favorites. So I like to share the tools that I've used along the way so that maybe you could try them out and see if they work for you as well. You know, there's a lot to learn always. Even if I was doing this a gazillion years, there would always be something to learn. So that being said, okay, that's enough yapping. Let's get into some messages and see what's going on. We'll go to our first caller. That is Brian in Manchester, England, in the UK. And hey, Brian, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can, yes.
Okay, great.
Hello?
So how can I help you today?
I basically just want to know if me and my ex-girlfriend, Abigail, get back together.
Okay, so give me just a second on that, Brian.
Okay.
I'll tell you, the first thing I'm hearing is, you know, gosh, everybody's got free will. So whatever I hear and relay to you, take the information, toss it around, mull it around, filter it, hang on to it, don't hang on to it, whatever it is for you, okay? You know, because it's your life and it ultimately you have free will, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So the first thing when you're asking, are you getting back together with your girlfriend? I'm hearing a resounding no. And the feeling Spirit's giving me with that is it feels like it came to a head, and I can feel the heart pain. I can feel the discomfort in my chest. I feel like there still needs to be healing with regards to that. Sometimes it's really hard to take no for an answer is what they're saying. And here's the thing. I would focus more on healing the aspect, you know, healing that relationship that you guys did have from a distance first. Everybody take a break, refocus, and then revisit, but, you know, no ill will towards either party, you understand? Always wish that person the best if things are finished. I feel like it was very karmic and it's done. Does that make sense to you, Brian? Hello?
Yes, a little bit, yes. Hello? Yes, a little bit,
okay. Yeah. Brian, would I be right in saying there was a little bit of an age difference between yourself and your ex-girlfriend?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Okay. It's not, it doesn't match, right? Do you understand? It's not feeling equal, and it's not it's not feeling equal. So I'm not sure if it was the age difference that was causing the blip. I feel like there wasn't much in conversation. You know, it's like you'd be on one page, and then the ex-girlfriend's going to be on another page. You guys are kind of coming from two totally different angles there, and really, really hard to meet in the middle. Would I be right in saying that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so now the time, what I'm hearing, Brian, is basically sort of center yourself and look within. They're saying, figure out what it is that is most important to you in a person that can meet you where you are. Okay? So they're saying somebody that can meet you where you are rather than, you know, dipping down into something that might be a little bit harder to communicate with. Communication is so important, right? I mean, you don't want to, I don't know, you can't help who you fall in love with. And we all come together for a reason, but gosh darn it, it's really nice to have a conversation with somebody who gets you at the end of the day, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you have another question?
Yes, I was recently scammed. I'm just wondering if I'd get any of the money back.
I'm sorry, you were recently what?
Scammed.
Oh, scammed. Oh, scammed. Oh, I hate that.
No, it's,
Let me.
yeah, yeah,
And you lost money and you're trying to get the money back.
yes, that's correct.
Okay. Hang on a sec, okay?
Okay.
Spirit's making me feel like it was an absolute kind of shakedown with regards to that. Did you get pushed into, like really lured and pushed into something? Because they're making me feel like it was a
Yeah.
shakedown. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying you need evidence. You need evidence. Have you started a file?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what they're saying is you the big 3 words, you need evidence. So whatever it is that you have, create that file and let me ask, is he going to get
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just asking if you're going to get it all back. How much was it, Brian?
Around £800.
800 pounds. Okay. Because what I'm hearing is 1/3. I'm not sure if it is that they're going to get away with 1/3 or if you're going to get back 1/3, but I'm hearing 1/3. So let me ask.
Okay.
Let me ask when. Hold on a second, and let me see. I feel like this carries out. I'm hearing all the way through November. It's going to be kind of a little bit of a battle, but hold your guns on that, right? Hold your ground.
Okay.
I'm hearing November. So don't get discouraged. Just hold your ground with regards to that. Gosh, it really pisses me off when people do that. When, if you can work that hard to scam money, why can't you work that hard to do a regular job and, be good and do good things, right?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So I'm so sorry that you went through that.
It's okay. In terms of the first question, is there any way free will could change that?
Is there anywhere, what? Say it again?
In terms of the first question, is there any way there could be a change? Could free will change the outcome of that? I mean, is there a chance that we could get back together? I mean, obviously, at the moment it's no, but is there a chance that could ever happen again?
Well, I know it's really hard. I have to say, all I can tell you is what I hear. Again, you're correct. Everybody's got free will, and yes, I'm sure it could change, but I'll tell you what I'm hearing is no is what I'm hearing. So you can do whatever you want with that. You can try to go in and fix it. You can try to to push. But if your ex is not being receptive to that, then you just need to back off because nobody likes to be pushed, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So just mind that. Sorry, say it again. She's what?
Right. Does she still love me?
Yeah, I can't. I'm having a hard time understanding. Oh, does she still love you?
Sorry.
Let me just lean into that. Hang on a second, okay, Brian? Okay. Yeah, I'll go on to the next caller. Brian, if you go back and listen to this, pop over to my Facebook page, Mediumship by Picasso, and I'll check in again for you with regards to that last question. Does she still love you? Because I'm feeling like there was a distraction, and I don't know if it was a person or a job or what, but I feel like I see her head turned the other way, so I'm not quite sure what exactly that means for you. But please feel free to pop over onto my Facebook page, Mediumship by Picasso, and I'll try to get a quick yes or no for you on that one, okay? See if I can dig just a little bit deeper. Okay. Okay. So that being said, gosh, I never like to bring bad news to anybody. I don't want to do that. But if you're asking me, I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. Hopefully it's not too harsh for you when that happens. So we're going on to the next person, Mary in, pardon? Oh, we chatting some more. I could chat. I could probably talk the paint off a wall if you really want me to. But yeah, if you're ever on the show with me and for some weird reason, the line gets disconnected, always reach out to me on my Facebook page or at my website, Mediumship by Picasso, or mediumshipbypicasso.com. I really don't have a problem in finishing up a question that we might have gotten cut off on. And geez, this past weekend I had so many of those, the love questions, but there have been a lot of couples breaking up during this pandemic time. All of 2020 and into 2021. We're talking, marriages and agreements that are, 30, 40 years long. And bam, all of a sudden it's, breakup city. And, look, there's nothing wrong with change like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It just means, it's time to go another direction. Sometimes we need something a little bit different to feed our soul. And rather than, trying to press a round peg into a square hole or a square peg into a round hole, however that goes, it is just, just let it go. And if really you guys are meant to be together, the universe will put you back together. And typically it's after some serious growth period. Okay, so we've got Cynthia in Chicago. Hey, Cynthia, can you hear me?
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I don't know. You know what? It's so crazy with Mercury retrograde. All kind of wonky things are happening. So how can I help you today?
Oh, hi. I just saw an advertisement, for a reading, and I signed up and would love to have one. So I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, absolutely, honey. No problem. It's my pleasure. So typically, if we're doing psychic reading, I'd like to go ahead and ask you if there's a particular direction you like me to focus on: health, finances, career, job, family, relationships, whatever it is that you want me to focus on. Or if you have a question about something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I was just thinking more of a general, because I have, a lot of questions. So more of a general, and like if you see, what you see coming possibly for me in my near future, and just a general, like if anything's popping out,
So right now, what Spirit's showing me is it's kind of strange. I get visuals and I hear stuff and smell stuff and all that kind of good stuff. But what they're showing me right now is a sidewalk. Just a sidewalk. I see a sidewalk and I see grass on both sides. And I'm walking, and then boom, all of a sudden there is nothing. It is just grass, dead end sidewalk, and nothing. Would there have been an abrupt end of something recently? Because I'm seeing like a end of a path. It's an end of a path.
Oh,
Do you understand?
Well,
Is this job related?
it wasn't recently an abrupt end to a path, but I do feel like I'm changing. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Okay, that's okay.
I had an abrupt end to a path within the past decade. I had an abrupt end to a path, but I feel like I'm changing now since like November of last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're just showing me that abrupt end. Was that connected to a job?
Yes, the abrupt end was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so what Spirit's telling me is that, so I'm getting this feeling, they showed me that abrupt end of path. They're telling me, yes, it's connected to a job. You just validated that for me, so thank you for that. What I also want to say is they're making me feel like you're looking for your slice of the pie. It's like it didn't, whatever you were doing before wasn't really feeding you anyway. No matter whether it was your choice to leave or their choice to make you leave, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like they're showing me, they're saying she's looking for her slice of the pie. Where the hell is it? I'm like, I feel like I'm urgently searching for like that magic thing that's going to make me happy, you know? And there are many things, Spirit's saying there are many, many things that you could turn and focus on. I feel like what they're saying here is that you've got choices, but it almost feels like there's too many to choose from. You know, you want to hone in on something, right? So the way to do that, am I right in saying that? Do you have a lot of choices and it's just kind of confusing on what direction to go?
Yeah, because I do have gifts myself, you know, and I had wanted to have a healing business of my own, and because of my physical challenges, I'm not really sure if that is going to manifest itself. And so, yeah, I feel like I don't really know what direction to go in. Yeah.
Okay, do me a favor, and are you sitting down right now, Cynthia?
Pardon?
Are you sitting? Are you sitting down?
No, I'm standing.
If you could sit down for a second, what I would say, I'm gonna tell you how to figure out which thing it is that you need to focus on. Because Spirit's like, get her to center herself in her heart space. So if you can sit down while you're doing this, it would be very, very helpful.
I am.
So
I'm sitting.
Okay,
right
so
now,
as you're great. So as you're sitting, and I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Don't let go of the phone. Just stay with me. And I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Anybody listening can do this very same thing. Please don't do it while you're driving. Okay, so I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. Do another one just like that. Breathe in. Let it out. I want you to sort of center yourself in your heart space. And then with your eyes closed, I want you to ask yourself this question. If I could change just one thing in my life, shift one thing, what would it be? And I want you to let that float up. It's going to be that first thing that comes to the surface. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that thing?
My health.
Your health. Okay, there's where your focus needs to be. Spirit, so I do that centering yourself in your heart space through something called an aroma freedom technique that I've learned. But so as I'm talking to you, Spirit's like, no, get her to sit down and center herself so she can figure out what to focus on next, right? So that next thing, that thing that you really need to pay attention to right now is filling the void that you have inside. They're saying health. So there's something that is not okay with you at this point that you've got to heal and fill that void first. Okay? And then after that, it'll be smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Not what's the part about filling the void. I'm not quite sure what you mean by
Okay.
that. Like if I fill a void, it's going to change my health? Is that what you mean? I'm not really sure.
It's going to help. Yeah, it's part of the healing process. So listen, my dear, we only have about 60 seconds left. These calls are so
Okay.
quick and they go so fast.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
you
I
can,
understand.
you can reach, that's okay, honey. You can reach out to me on my Facebook page, Mediumship by Picasso, and just let
What
me
is
know,
that?
hey, I talked to you, and I'm happy to help you on that side, okay? So I'm going to
What
leave
is
you
your
with that.
Facebook page? What is it
It's
called?
Mediumship by Picasso.
By Picasso?
Mediumship.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I will see you on the flip side. Have a very blessed day and be kind.